Hello, great thanks. How are you? Mr. Nulab is here again. Today I want us to look at exponential equation. We already know the difference between equation and expression. Expression doesn't have an equal sign. Equation has an equal sign. I have 2 to the power x. It's an exponential expression. But as soon as I bring an equation or I bring an equal sign, like 2 to the power x is equals to 1, it changes from expression to equation. So let's quickly look at this question. Solve for x. Solve for x. The question says solve for x, and we have 3x squared plus 3 exponent x plus 1 is equals to 9. What we need to do is we have to change it to the same base. So that the base of this one is what? 3. You've already done exponent, so you know the difference between the base and the exponent. So the base of this is 3, so we have to change this one to have the same base. So how do you change it? You can use your calculator. Now we have our calculator here. Let me bring it to this side. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this one to the same base. And how is it going to be? What is going to be is this is 3 squared, and 3 squared is the same as 9. How do you get it? 3 squared is this one, and it gives us what? 9. All right. My God is powerful. Okay, now I'm bringing the calculator to the model here so that you can all see. Okay, so we have changed this to the same base, 3. Now, since the bases are the same, the exponents are also the same. So we have the same exponent. So it means x plus 1 is equals to 2. The exponent should be equals to the exponent. So x plus 1 is equals to 2. Then you transpose this plus 1, it's going to be minus 1. So x is equals to 1. So easy. Okay, let's look at the next question. Our next question also says we are still solving for x. 3x squared is equals to 1. Remember, we can write 1 with the same exponent and with the same base.
To see your bright future.
Any number apart from 0 raised to the power 0 is 1. So 1 to the power 1 to the power 0 is 1. 2 to the power 0 is 1. 3 to the power 0 is 1. 4 to the power 0 is 1. Let's check. 1 to the power 0 is 1. 2 to the power 0 also 1. 3 to the power 0 is also 1. 4 to the power 0 is 1. 5 to the power 0 is 1. So any number apart from 0 to the power 0 is what? 1. 20 to the power 0 is 1, right? But if I have 0 to the power 0, it will not be 1, because I said apart from 0. It gives you math error. Have you seen? So except 0 to the power 0, all the numbers to the power 0 will give you what? 1. Okay. So it means we need to change this 1 to have the same base as this one. So we can write it as 3 exponent 0, so that they will have the same base, so that we'll be able to compare the exponents. Now, since it has the same base, we can say x is equals to 0. Let's look at the next one. Solve for x. Solve for x. This time we can also have a question like solve for t, solve for m, solve for q, etc. If the equation is in terms of whatever variable. For instance, if the equation is in terms of t, we will say solve for t. If it's in terms of r, we will say solve for r. If the equation is in terms of x, the question will be asked solve for x. If it is in terms of y, it will be asked solve for y. But this one, the equation is in terms of t, so the question says solve for t. So how do we do that?
Your situation, brighten your career.
First, remember we've done exponential expressions, we've done exponents, so we know how to expand this one. So we still have our 5 exponent t plus 3. Dot means what? Times. This 5 exponent t plus 1, we can expand it to be 5 exponent t dot 5 exponent 1 is equals to 400. Now 5 exponent t, remember there's 1 in front here, so it's like 1 dot 5 exponent t. So if I factorize 5 exponent t out, it's going to give me 1 plus this 5 exponent t is going to cancel this one, so you are going to have 3 dot 5 exponent 1, which is equals to 400.
To open your eyes to see your bright future.
So 5 exponent t is a factor now, so we are going to have 1 plus 5 times, dot means times, 5 times 5 exponent 1 is what? 50. Let's see, 5 exponent 1 is the same as what? 5. So it's like this, 5 times 5 exponent 1, 15. Then so we are going to have 5 plus 1 plus 15, which is 16. We divide both sides by 16. So this side by 16, this side by 16. So we are going to have 400 divided by 16, which gives us 25. But this, we can also write it as 25. We can write it in the same base. So how do we write it in the same base? You can just use this 5. You try exponent 1, it gives you 5. Oh, it doesn't give us 25. So we can try 5 exponent 2.
My God is able.
5 exponent 2. Oh, 25. So it means 5 exponent 2 is equals to what? 25. Okay. So it means t is equals to what? 2. Alright. Okay. Now we are going to look at the next question.
My God is able,
which is this one.
in your finances. My God is able to give you a good job. He is able to upgrade.
Now this one,
My God is powerful.
we have
Your life today, my God is able.
3 exponent 2x minus 80.3x minus 81 is equals to 0. How do we do that? Let's see how we can answer this question.
My God is able.
Now, first we need to rewrite this one. 2x is the same as x times 2.
My God is able.
Remember, the whole of this 2x is an exponent. So this is the same as 3 exponent x, bracket means what? Times. So 3 exponent x times 2 minus 80.3 exponent x minus 80 equals to 0. So you can let y to be equals to 3x. In place of 3 exponent x, you substitute y. So 3 exponent x, let's put y there. And this is the square. So this is y. The whole of this is y because 3 exponent x is y. So it's y squared. That's what's
you up into the mountain top, and you will be shining.
okay.
Anything you touch
Now
will be prosperous.
let's look at the question again. Let's go back. We are solving for x. This is the question.
He is able to assist you.
And we said 3 exponent 2x is the same as 3 exponent x times 2. Because the 2x is an exponent. 2x is the same as x times 2. So here we are going to have 3 exponent x
My God is able.
times 2. So this 2 is also an exponent. So you let y be equals to 3 exponent x. Then in place of 3 exponent x, you substitute y. So this one is going to be y squared. So we have our y squared minus 80. 3 exponent x is y minus 81.
You change your life today. He's able.
Okay, so this is quadratic equation. We've done quadratic equation. So here, how do we need to factorize this? We can also use quadratic equation or quadratic formula to answer this one. This one we are using the factor method.
Change your life today.
So consider the number here. The number here is 1. So 1 times negative 81 to give you negative 81. So we have negative 81. Then you find two numbers or two factors. When you multiply, you get negative 81. So it starts with 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 times what number will give you negative 81? It's 1 times negative 81. How do you do it?
To give you a good job.
It's negative 81 divided by 1 gives you negative 81. So it means 1 times negative 81 will give you negative 8. Then these two numbers, if I add them, I must get the number here. So if you check 1 minus 81 will give you minus 80. Which means this is a factor that satisfies this equation or this expression. Only this one is an expression. So it means y, this is 1. 1 is the same as plus 1. So y plus 1 will be a factor. Then y minus 81 will also be a factor, equals to 0. So it means y is equals to 1. Y plus 1 is equals to 0.
My God is able.
Or y minus 81 will also be equals to 0.
To change your life today.
So y plus 1 is equals to 0. If I transpose this, is going to give us negative 1. Or y minus 81 is also equal to 0. Remember the 81 we have here. Y minus 81 is also equal to 0.
Anything you touch.
Now transpose this one. Minus 81 is going to give you 81. We know that y is equals to 3x, 3 exponent x. So 3 exponent x is equals to negative 1. Remember y here is negative 1. So here, instead of writing y, we say 3 exponent x is equals to what? Negative 1. When you are dealing with exponents, anytime you have negative, the answer you will not have a real solution if you have a negative, because you cannot write this one to have the base like this. Alright, so we leave that one. Then we are going to have
from lion and fire. My God is able.
3 exponent x is equals to 81. Expand, write this one with the same base. So if I write this one with the same base, what are we going to have? We are going to have 3 exponents 4. Since this one is having the same base, x should be equals to what? 4, because the exponent must also be equal.
He is able. He is able. My God is able.
Now let's look at our homework. I'm going to do this one for me.
He is able to change your life today. My God is able.
So these 4 questions, do it for me. 2 exponent x plus 1 is equals to 16. 5 exponent x is equals to 1. 2t, 2 exponent t plus 5 dot 2 exponent t minus 1 is equals to 500. 2 exponent 2x minus 2 dot 2 exponent x minus 15 is 0. Okay. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe